Heyo, it's me. Welcome back to Qantas, everybody. I have a very special thing that I'm doing here. As you can see, we're actually starting to build out this room, and it's going to be pretty cool because this is going to be our tankers area. Okay. I should not have done what I've done here. I really shouldn't have done what I've done here. I've got a few things to show you guys. Okay, so first things first. I just woke up a little bit a while ago, and my voice was really deep, and I was like, oh, I'm going to do an episode where I go, hey-o, it's Samsel, and I just woke up, and my voice is super deep, and I sound like the guy from Nanosaur, that really old game on the Mac that used to come default, but then they didn't put it on default because they decided that it was going to be too expensive, and, they wouldn't be making any profits, so they needed to charge money for you to have it on your Mac. So then I tried to get a Mac one day thinking, oh, Nanosaur is going to be on that Mac, and then it wasn't there, and then I was very, very disappointed. But anyway, the announcer in that game, Nanosaur, he literally goes like, and a rogue Nanosaur comes out of the woodworks, and it's so funny. Like he's just like, and the rogue Nanosaur escapes, and something. It's like in the year 4122. Like if anybody's played Nanosaur, those things will get you. The rogue Nanosaur and the year 4122. But oh crap, we gotta light that place up. Light it up, baby. Let's go. Let's light it up with these. So we're gonna go place, and then we're gonna need space for this. I got some things to show you, so give me a sec. I'm just lighting things. Let me do like a little plane action, and then a little plane action. Oh yeah, let me do some of this. Let me do. When does this break off? At the two, so here. So put lights here, and then put one here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah. Okay, we're out of glowstone. We can make another. It doesn't care. I don't really care what kind of glowstone it is. Let's just break this down. Okay, we don't need this chiseled bit glowstone anymore. We're going to use this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam. All right. So everything is pretty well lit right now, and we can actually start to cut away up to this block here. Oh, geez. Not that. Okay. So we're going to make our smeltery in here today. And the cool part about this is that we're going to make it absolutely massive. Okay. It's going to be the biggest smeltery I've ever made at 2 stacks per level. So 128 blocks per level of smeltery, which is just absolutely insane. So we're going to be able to smelt everything through there, and things are going to be happy and healthy. Now, I just need to do a little bit of, purification and clearing out of this space a little more, and put the floor in and everything. And, I guess I put the floor in already. But I need to put, some cool things in order to make this work. And I may need to expand a little bit more. So if you give me a sec, I'll come back and we'll take a look at some more things. But at the same time, before we do the cut, I want to show you something pretty awesome. And that is that I got the Infahamsel, and I'm going to be making the Infavator, which is the excavator with the infinite modifiers, or the infinite durability. So the way this works is you need reinforcement modifiers. You need 5 of them. And using this strategy, I don't believe you can make a tool that, unless there's a tool that has 5 pieces, which I don't think there is a tool that does that. I think all tools have at least 3 or 4 pieces, or at most 3 and 4 pieces. So yeah, it looks like the only one you could do this on is the Shuriken, I guess. But anyway, we have already made an Infavator with a cobalt head, and everything else is made out of paper. So an excavator with paper, a paper large plate, paper tool rod, tough rod, and a paper tough binding. And then the head is a cobalt head. We're going to sharpen it with manulin so that it's purple. Just for fun. Like, there's no reason to sharpen a cobalt head, but I thought that it would be cute to make a sharpening kit out of a purple material and put the purple head on there. So we're going to make one of those very quickly. Come on, baby. Boom, boom, boom. Also, I want to talk to you guys about possibly making my episodes a little bit shorter and kind of pack them more full of like, really good content, because recently I've been struggling really hard to find, the best parts of my recordings and try to cut them together. And I think that it's better to just kind of try to record a session and then have that session be enough, have that be, ooh, should we put this on after? What does this look like? Wait. If we get a flint, what does it look like to put that on? Okay, so it just puts it on the top of it. Okay, so we will do this first. It doesn't really matter which one we do first. We'll just put 5 in. So Infovator Reinforced 1 is going to give it level 20 reinforcing, or 20%. This is 40. So each percentage is the percentage chance that it will not use a durability out of the 80 durability. But since it only has 80, we're going to use all of our modifiers to make it unbreakable, and then we're going to shove a little manual in thing on there and make it look cuter. So this is our Infovator. It's not going to be very fast, but we'll take a look. It should be like, that's fine. That is still like 4 or 5 times faster than doing it individually. And then we've got our infinite hammer that's doing work for us. So we're rocking and rolling with the infinite tools, man. We're never going to have to worry about tools ever again. And that's really, really good because, tools are a big piece of starting out your Minecraft session Let's Play. So the fact that we have that kind of squared away and ready to go now is very big indeed. We're just going to let those items despawn. We don't need them. And then here I'll probably do something nice, a nice little curved platform or something to look out on the world. And then, yeah, that'll be really cool. So let me just skip. Okay, give me 1 second, okay? And we are going to get this Tinker Smelter replaced and ready to go. And then I'll show you me placing, some pieces of it. And ooh, I pressed F9. That gives you the nice little chunk borders. Look at that. That's cute. Okay, so I'll be right back. I'm going to start placing some of these Tinker thingies in there and making everything look pretty. BRBs. Okay, I just wanted to bring you guys back in really quickly. Check this out, man. This is craziness. I'm using a strategy to gain a lot of seared brick, which is using cobblestone to smelt up in the furnace. You can see seared stone here on the bottom. And you put cobblestone in. It's all been smelted up at this point, and I just accidentally got a block of manual that I'm smelting back in right now. And we're almost out of lava, so I'm glad that it's all smelted up and ready to go. We're going to break down all of this and turn it into seared paver, or maybe something even cooler, like, let's see, fancy, we'll pick a nice block. We might even just do a cool little design or something with the creeper faces and the seared bricks and the tiles. There's a road there. But I think the main build is going to be out of paver, and then we'll have kind of designs of different types of blocks. But there's going to be quite a few. You can see here I've got a system going where it just makes a crap ton of everything. I've just got an ender pulsar, and it's a little haywire. But there's just a pulsar telling these things to go, and then a hopper pulling out. So it's pretty simple. But as I've been going, I've just been building things on top of everything else. And it looks like we're done with that. So let's take these down. No reason to be wasting materials. Yeah, okay. So we wasted a little bit of material. I really don't mind that. It's all replaceable. It's all very replaceable. Let us collect all of our resources. And I'm going to go ahead and mine this down, and then we'll go ahead and start placing. So see you in a second. Okay, everybody, this took quite some time, and I just realized that it's like nighttime right now, so I'm going to go to sleep. I was having a hard time with the wand, and so I had to figure out if the oops command was a thing, and it is. You just have to make sure if you're using this wand, right, the diamond wand, and let's say you place something like that, and you're like, oh gosh, like I didn't mean to do that, and actually that broke my wand, but that's fine. But like, oh my goodness, I didn't want to do this, so we just go wand oops. Now, if you try to do wand oops like this, won't do a thing. You have to put it in capitals on oops. You need to run this with a wand. Aha, okay. Does that mean that if it broke my wand when I did it, then it's not going to work? Because that's actually a good test. Let's take a look. So with our new wand, can we just go wand oops? Or is it going to say you use the wrong wand? Aha! I can't remember what this last build. So that's hilarious. We're just going to leave this here for now because we're just working in the center of this smeltery. And man, oh man, is it going to be crazy cool. So this big bad boy is going to be using like 2 stacks to do what I just did. Yeah, so I'm down to like a little over a stack and a half. Actually, just about a stack and a half. Yeah, so this is a functional shape and everything. It can be as large as you want it. And yeah, so this is going to be like the super smelter. I don't know, like the mega smeltery. I'm not sure what to call it yet. The Giga-Smelter. I don't know. It's pretty cool, though. So this is going to smelt an 8x8 on 2 sides. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a stack right there, 8x8. And then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 again for another stack right there. So 8 times 8 is 64. And that means that we're going to have 128 items smelting just on this single level right here. So if we were to expand it up to 5 levels, that would be 10 stacks of items that we can input into this thing at one time, which is just absolutely insane. So it means that this thing is going to need to have a lot of fuel to continue to have things being produced and everything. So we're going to have to figure out a way to get tanks or something of the sort. You know, we're probably going to have to get a couple more seared tanks and put those along the smeltery in some way. But first, let's just figure out where the center is. So this thing is 16 on the inside, so it's 18 long. So we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these 2 blocks are the center. And what we're going to do is probably put the controller... Well, I didn't think this far. So I guess we'll put the controller on the right. We'll put a tank on the left. Let's do it... Yeah, let's do it that way. Then I think we should just put our tool thingies down here for now. The tool forge doesn't really need anything, so we're just going to go stencil, pattern, part, and then the tool forge can be separated. And then we'll put a little crafting station here, because I do end up using crafting stations quite a bit. And I do need crafting tables. So I'll shove one right in the floor right there just in case we need one. And then this should work. This should be on. Let's just do F3D to clear our chat, which is pretty nice. So what is it that is wrong with this setup? Is it too big? It might just be too big. What happens if we like close the walls in a little bit? Oh, man. Don't tell me it's too large. Let me do some research. Maybe it's going to be too big. That's okay. We'll just max it out. Maybe it's only an 8x8 maximum, and I read it wrong. Because right now it's not turning itself on. So give it a second. Oh, man. But wouldn't this have been so cool to have something this big? All right. Let's give it a sec. Maybe I can split this into 2 separate smelteries. So just give me 1 second. Oh, my goodness, people. You can't even imagine. That took so long, man. I'm just kidding. It took a couple minutes. This is what is amazing. Look at this. Oh, yeah. So this is the... Oh, what was I going to call it? The something. The twin Giga-Smeltery. These are 2 maximum size smelteries put next to each other, and they're going to interact with each other in a pretty cool way. Items are going to be coming out of the drains. Maybe I'll do the interaction in the back or something, or I might do it through this double thick wall. I'm not sure if drains can empty into each other. Like I don't really know if you can put a drain like this and a drain like this and have liquids come directly from one smeltery to another. I mean, I suppose I could check, right? I guess we'll give it a try, shall we? So let's put a drain here and... Ooh. Okay, so let's put a drain there. Then we need to come over here and put a drain. Give it a sec. Give it a sec. Here. That should... Okay, so these are now pointing into each other. Now, what I would love to know is if this allows a transfer between the two smelteries. So let me go ahead and smelt up. I don't know. Can you smelt up paver? All right, you can smelt up paver. So we're going to see if the seared stone goes from here into this other smeltery. Actually, this needs to be active with a tank. So let's put a tank down. And now this is active. You can see that seared brick looks so weird in there. All right, give it 1 second, and then it'll smelt up, and we'll be good, and we'll be able to see if it will go in. Because if it will, then we can do some really cool stuff. Actually, we can use this as our smelter, and then this over here as the thing that we interact with other things with. Also, you can see I put some seared glass so you can see in. I really like that because these are very large, and I think that the only real cool thing to do is to put some glass. So it looks like the seared stone does not go through automatically. And I guess it wouldn't, would it? It really wouldn't. So we're going to have to obviously do the interaction through the back. We'll probably have some fluid conduits or fluid ducts once that's a thing in the pack. And we'll have those just go around the back through a drain there, and then come back around and come through a drain there. And then, there will just be a consistent flow between this smeltery and that one. And then when this one fills up with things, this one will just hold it as a buffer. So it still works out to be about the same. So let's go ahead and just delete this stone by deleting the controller and placing it back down. That will remove all the liquids within the controller. Obviously be careful with that because you don't want to delete all your stuff. But at the same time, it's a useful function in this case. So what did we do? Did we get our drains back? I think we did. Okay, so that's going to finish off the episode for today. I'm going to have to figure out a better method of getting lava. Perhaps there is some way to do that right now. And if not, then I will just, I'll fill up this tank and I'll fill up 2 or 3 more and then bring them back and have them on reserve. So thank you very much for watching, guys. This was a really fun episode to film because, I got to build a really big area. And I think next time we actually will have the opportunity to build our next upside down / sideways build, which is going to be really cool. So I will, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you give it a like and everything. And I've really been enjoying the support on the channel. And if you have not checked it out yet, yesterday was Thor's birthday, okay? You got to check out FTOG Torgal, dude. He's the craziest, coolest YouTuber out there, and you definitely need to check him out. And I went ahead and my last video, before this video, I made him a little gift. So you gotta check that out. He put that as his channel trailer because it was so good. So you gotta check it out, and I think you're gonna enjoy it. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Still gets dark when I press F1. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace out.